Welcome to Citizen Dialogue on First Next News. I am Cassie Tony. A very beautiful day to you. First, the headlines. Obi signals intention to contest 2027 presidential election. Akpabio must resign. Wants to make Tinubu life president. Wike's PDP faction vows to take over National Secretariat after INEC meeting. Joining me on set to have this conversation is First Next political analyst, Kings Ojalo. Welcome to the show, Kings.
Thank you, Cassie.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Happy weekend.
I wish you the same.
So what do you have packed up for this weekend?
Well, a whole lot of things. At least we tend to hear something positive in our political system of affairs. So I think when that is done, I think I'll have some goodies to be able to give out in our next discussion segment.
Okay, so we're holding you ransom to that,
No
right?
problem.
You have goodies. So moving to the headlines, Obi signals intention to contest 2027 presidential election. We can see that Peter Obi, the 2023 once presidential candidate, has also declared his intention for ADC as a presidential candidate, and he has been campaigning for people to re-elect him, and the Obedience have been following him right from Labour Party, even as he has come to APC. Now, he has been campaigning in Abuja, asking the people to vote him for the upcoming AMAC election. He said that them helping him will help him to facilitate his emerge as 2027 president. Now, if Obi is serious about 2027 campaigning, does announcing this early give him a strategic advantage?
Well, it's not just giving him an advantage. It's about trying to proclaim yourself to the people and also let them know your agenda. Recently, it was at the AMAC, AMAC, that is Abuja Municipal
Municipal Area
Council. You know, going to the grassroots platforms and also them giving them assurance of his agenda, and also we could recall, carrying about the flag of the ADC. You understand? We know that it was in the Labour Party before, but due to one or two internal crises, which he never made known, came to the ADC. And if you look at the ADC platform, there are a lot of high contenders.
Yes, very, very.
You understand? I think probably Nigeria will see that as one big challenge for the obedient movement and also Peter Obi himself. Now, looking at this move by Peter Obi, I think it has been explicitly stated that he will run as the president, not accepting the former vice president as his major candidate, not trying to be a vice under him, running under. He is standing to be a president, you understand? The thing is, Nigeria
sorry to interject, because we've seen the Atiku's supporters asking him to step down and become Atiku's
You call
vice.
those ones supporters, you call them loyalists. Because Atiku currently is still, trying to accumulate supporters in his own platform, in his own group of that coalition. It is Peter Obi currently that has supporters.
Is leading.
Yes. Everybody wants change.
Exactly.
You understand? Everybody wants change. When you asked me recently, does his early campaign really stand a chance for him to win? Even before Peter Obi, we announced a campaign. If you look at it, right from his loss of the 2023 election, he has had a lot of fans, he has had a lot of supporters, and he has had a lot of obedience who are standing firmly behind him, beside him, in order for him to emerge as president. We want changes. There's enough of this Arewa Forum, Oduduwa Forum, or someone coming from Fulani, someone coming from Hausa, or any other region, and denying the Southeast presidency leadership. You understand? Since the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe, we've not really had anybody from the East. So if you look at it, it's like being depriving a particular region. You understand? Their right to take over rulership. You understand? This region claimed to be part of Nigeria. We could recall they were agitating for them to go to their own Biafra state. You understand? Even by the high known agitator, that is Nnamdi Kanu, who was recently sent to life imprisonment because he was accused of terrorism and thereabout. So why then should we deny, an interested individual who wants to take over rulership, who wants to be president, who wants to rule the entire federation from that region?
Okay.
That is the question we should be asking most high stakeholders who belong to most institutions like the INEC and also oppositions and thereabout. So Peter will be coming out right now. I think is a move, is an awareness. You understand? I'm not a supporter of any. Currently, I'm not a supporter of any party.
So you're not even supporting Peter Obi?
No, that I must be honest. I am not, giving credit to this individual.
That means you're being biased.
Not being biased.
You have to pick your stand where you belong.
We all know the right person. Nigerians know what is best for them.
Okay.
So if being on this platform and not saying, oh, this is the best person, that is when I'm being biased. You understand? Trying to stand for one.
Okay, so
against the
now
other.
you're neither for A or B.
No, of
you're
course.
just there.
I'm just,
that means
at
you
least
don't
Nigeria,
even, you're not even, you don't even trust.
No, Nigeria know what is best for them. What I'm saying is that being on this platform, being on this media, and trying to canvass for one particular person, that is when I'm being biased.
Okay.
So I would say Nigerians know what is best for them. Now, I'm standing currently in the side of Peter Obi.
Okay.
Let's look at his credibility of his past administration, and also credibilities of other participants, coalitions, and thereabout. People will say, oh, Peter Obi made mistake going to the ADC. My dear, I don't think that is a mistake. I think that is a move in order, for him to escape one or two internal crises in his previous coalition. So, we all hope, just as he has stated, he doesn't want to be under anyone running as a vice. He wants to be, he wants to come out to emerge as president, just as he has said, because Nigeria needs change. And what is that change? Nigeria don't just need, because, it's from the southeast. Nigeria needs someone who has vision, who is ready to work, not someone who will just sit down and continue listening to the cry of the people without finding solution, without finding means. So Peter will be going around, even in the FCT, in other states, to say, okay, this is my agenda. Oh, I'm going to stay for just 1 year. That is not. I don't think that is the only duty, or how will I put it now? I don't think that should be the only workforce that he should be using right now. This is also the means whereby the former governor of Anambra State is also giving Nigerians an assurance. When I use the word assurance, letting them have faith in his own to be administration if he will be elected as a president.
So we see supporters hailing him as a reformist. Now, can he actually overcome the well-established party machinery and political network of the ruling party? Now, you said Peter Obi said he wants to rule for only 1 year, but did he actually say 1 year, or he said one term?
One term, that is what I mean. Yes,
that's 4 years.
4 years.
Now, will he actually keep to this? Because sometimes these people tend to say something and they do otherwise. He may get there, like what he's saying, and he will change his mind and say, okay, I'm no longer ruling for 4 years.
Initially, in the Constitution of Nigeria, it's bound for a president to rule for 4 years. Initially, it's 4 years.
Yeah.
It's if not because some people are trying to break the constitutional rule going for. But apart from breaking constitutional rule, it is also obligated for a president to also rule, even as long as 8 years, 12 years, if the people desire. There are ways an individual will, carry a whole federation with good leadership, good sense of leadership. Definitely, if you have a good president today that is turning Nigeria around and making the well-beings of Nigeria to be sweet, in their to be good within them. Tell me, wouldn't you want to vote for the person continuously, knowing that the country's lives and the destiny is in a secured hand? Definitely, Gaddafi ruled Libya for how many years before it was captured by the people, by the rebels and thereabout. He ruled for almost, if I'm not mistaken, 20-something or more than 10-something years. Recently, his son was killed. I don't know why, but let's not go into the issue of Gaddafi. What I'm trying to say is that, though it's in the constitution, it's 4 years, but when they see that your previous administration is good, you can be elected for again. So if Peter Obi is coming out, to say
he's ruling for 4 years.
4 years, definitely after that 4 years, and if people see that, oh, this man has really
brought transformation.
Yes, his capability of handling a full federation was good, and we benefited from it. I believe no one will advise the people to re-elect him. So from his own statements, he is just telling you that, look, these 4 years that will be given to me, if it will be given to me, you will see definitely my administration will be sweet as anything, will be good, and Nigeria will benefit from our administration. That is what he's saying. So it is now left for Nigerians after that 4 years to say, okay, we want this person back into power. You understand?
Okay.
So that is the logic there.
Okay, so with the political landscape already very competitive, because in ADC we have Atiku and we have Amechi, former Rivers State Governor, and we have the present President Tinubu in this presidential campaigning or fight. Now, does Peter Obi stand the chance to win all those people, to overcome this fraction opposition alliance?
Well, we should always recall legacies of individuals before we try to mandate them, before we try to give them full declaration in a particular coalition. Now, what do I mean? These individuals you mentioned, they've been governors and ministers thereabouts before trying to join this coalition for contesting the presidency. So, it is now left for Nigeria to say, or the platform, the coalition to say, okay,
this
we know
is
the
who
past,
you want.
yes, we know the past administration of this individual. I think he will be the right person.
Okay.
You understand? Indeed, we are all humans, and sometimes we might change even at the long run. And thereabouts. But if you look at recently, even there was an opposition alliance, that was calling about Peter Obi Kwankwaso ticket. That is the former president candidate of NPP. That is Kwankwaso, former Kano State governor, merging with Peter Obi for him to be president and vice. That is if Peter Obi eventually wins the primary. Now, that combination would have been good.
Okay.
But the question is, as the coalition, ADC coalition, have they actually decided, that
who will be their flag bearer?
Yes, who will be their flag bearer and who will be the vice. You understand? So, though it is Peter Obi's right for him to if he emerges the presidential candidate under that platform to pick
who he wants.
His vice. So it is not actually the party. So in the midst of all this individual, just like I said, it depends on your legacy. It depends on how you were highly known.
Record,
that would determine. Like someone like Amechi. Amechi, in most cases, has also had good records in Rivers State as a governor, and when he was Minister of Transportation and thereabout, quite record in the time of former late President Buhari. Yes, also El-Rufai has been a great critic, criticizing, condemning. I will also see his good work in Kano State. You understand? So these people, you understand, but we are looking at someone who can handle a federation. It's not just only past results and past legacies and thereabout. He's who really has the mind of leading Nigeria. Because if you look at it currently, have you heard of El-Rufai going for campaign, doing some, carrying out some assignment? As if we could see Peter Obi, he's not yet the president.
He's doing all of that.
He's going about, making his mandate clear.
People,
You understand? We've seen him participating in one or two, calling out the president in some incident and thereabout. How many times have Amechi done that?
And remember the death of those 3 brothers?
Yes.
He actually attended their funeral.
Exactly, and he also condemned the President Act for not showing immediate effect towards all these menace happening.
Yes.
You understand? Someone who in that state, definitely, when he emerged, if we,
and he didn't just start now.
So
Even
how
in
many times have Amechi called on the raised his voice and called on the president in these cases? How many times has he participated in 1 or 2 funerals of people who lost their life? How many times have he go to seek giving condolence to all these people? The same thing with El-Rufai, who is even from that region of Nigeria. You understand? And even so many menace happening in his own state, in his own region. But Peter Obi has participated in most of these things. Just like I said, I'm not for A or neither am I for B. But I will tell you, I will tell you the facts. I will tell you the truth. So with all this I've said, definitely you will know who definitely can be the possible candidate.
Okay, so now critics are saying that a campaign without strong grassroots and structural support is doomed. they said it is doomed. So does Peter Obi early declaration shows confidence or overconfidence?
Let's not use the word overconfidence. You understand?
Okay.
Just like I said, it's giving assurance.
Yeah.
You understand? And it is the people that will now have to grow the confidence.
Okay.
Having confidence in him. You understand? Just like I said, Nigeria wants change. We need something different. We need someone, you know, so just like, okay, looking at Goodluck, the time
Jonathan,
of Goodluck Jonathan, he was the first person from South to become a president. Though we know how he became president through vice and thereabout. That was a change. That was something new. So this is what Nigeria wants. Even recently when this coup attempt came, a lot of Nigerians were glad, oh, we want coup to take over the country. Why? Because of the current situation.
Okay.
So Nigeria needs change. Let's be honest with ourselves. Nigeria needs change. And you know what I'm talking about. When I say change, enough of this constant, a particular person from this particular region, every 8 years or every 4 years. And yet the country is still the same. Let us give it to another hand and let us see if there won't be change.
Okay, so moving to the next story of the Senate rejecting the electronic electoral transmission. Now, Nollywood actor, a veteran Nollywood actor, Kenneth Okonkwo, a legal practitioner, has come out to say that Akpabio has to resign or he be forced out of the office. He stated that Akpabio is an enemy of democracy, that he wants to make Tinubu president for life, a situation where if he dies, either his wife or his son succeed him. So if Akpabio is an enemy of democracy as he claimed, what exactly does he do? What exactly has he done to suggest he wants to keep President Tinubu in power beyond constitution?
Well, Akpabio, the Senate president himself, has not stated such that he wants to keep President
Tinubu for life
or any of his family for life rulership, and it can never be possible as far as I'm concerned.
But his action states
of Nigeria,
otherwise.
And we are still practicing democracy, not monarchy.
But his action states otherwise.
His action states otherwise. Even the Akpabio denied it. He came out clearly and denied that the Senate did not stop electoral means of ruling an election. Instead, it was a denial.
So how do we know this thing is actually true? He's saying the truth.
Of course, just we all know politicians, and we know definitely they have their ways of denying certain things in order not to spoil their personalities, even in the political platform and system of Nigeria. Now look at it. With this statement, what Okonkwo is trying to say, I think he's trying to state that there is an undermining of democracy. Trying to cornering, removing provision of a mandatory electronic transmission means of getting results. You understand? Yes, indeed. That is, you are trying to hijack the actual process, which election mandates are conducted.
Okay.
That will actually give a true result. You understand? Well, a lot of people, a lot of Nigeria will say yes. A lot of critics has also come out. A lot of activists and thereabout has debated about it. That yes, this is one means. The opposition, the great oppositions, want to use to declare themselves winner.
Yes.
In one way or the other, I go with them, but based on the denial from the Senate president and also denials even from loyalists of the opposition, you understand, we want to also have a rethink. You understand? Even some oppositions of the APC, we are talking about ADC candidate, has also stated that look, it seems there's a mistake somewhere. It seems they are trying to re-amend that Nigeria should keep calm and let us hear the full feedback of all this tragic news. Now, Okonkwo, in his own remark, yes, we all know he's a chieftain of the ADC.
Yes.
And being a chieftain of the ADC is an opposition of the APC and also opposition of Akpabio.
Yes.
You understand? Calling for impeachment of Akpabio is not a new thing. A lot, even now, saying that Nigeria should call for impeachment, it is not Nigerians that will do that. We have senators in the House of Senate there. They are the one who should raise the motion that Akpabio, if they really want him to, if they really want him to be impeached, they have the motion, they have what it takes to impeach him out of that place.
But will they do it?
Thank you. That is the question. Will they do it? You understand? Forget them being in the different party position. These people are still in one forum. That is the Senate House, right?
Yes.
They are the one who makes laws, decide law, and implement law. So they have what it takes to remove him. It's not for Okonkwo to start coming out to Nigeria and say, oh, we should look for me. We should stand up and raise a motion, Nigeria should go to the street and start. When police will start shooting the protesters now, will Okoko stand for them? That is the question. So it is not Nigerians, it is the Senate that should stand up against it. Look, this person must be removed. Now, looking at Akpabio now, look, we are talking about great loyalists. All this, it will be, I see all these things as a planned arrangement, right from day one. Akpabio has been
a loyalist.
Of course. When he was a governor, I think he came into power through the PDP, starting from commissioner, served as commissioner in Akwa Ibom under Victor Atta. Yes. In 2022 to 2026, he was elected governor in 2027 to 2015, and he also conducted a PDP governors forum, served as a pioneer chairman in 2013. Then, Senate minority leader after elected as a Senate in 2015, and he was appointed as the Senate minority leader. From there, he resigned and came into APC, you understand, before, his current boss, let me put it, the president. So we could see the roots of all these things. I think this has been an arrangement,
right from
between the president, the Senate president currently, you understand? See, President Tinubu has, I respect him for one thing. Forget criticism and all those kind of things. When President Tinubu says as in when he remark a particular person, if no matter how long it takes, his remark, his appointments will still stand.
Yeah.
You understand?
So he's a man of his word.
Exactly. Let me put it that way. That people are Kabashi, is a puppet of the president, is this, that. Look, President Tinubu bringing Wike as the FCT minister. Wike being a loyalist has also shown that President Tinubu is also is a fulfiller. He must fulfill his promise, and he gave him the mandate to be the FCT minister. Same with Akpabio. You understand? So Akpabio, in this regard, you understand, but have done the necessity that we make sure that yes, the president back him up in terms of being this Senate president. In so many ways, yes, there was an election to debate for the post of Senate, where he had 63 votes to defeat his rivals at then. We're talking about Senator Abdulaziz Yari of Zamfara State, you understand, which that one had 46 votes. But if you look at it, in all of these contention, in all of these parties in elections, even in that of Senate Akpabio, the president was behind him. They've been a close ally right from time.
Okay, sorry to interject. Let me interject you there. Now, Akpabio supporters, they may argue that this claim of Kenneth Okonkwo is exaggerated. So how do we separate political from constitutional violence?
You see, just as you use the word was supporters, right?
Yes.
So I think that has really answered that question. I think constitutional violence, this remark, is just a way of, how will I say it, people debating, standing against the word of Okonkwo and denying the fact that, look, what you've thrown against this man is not true. You understand? But Nigerians knows everything. You see, Nigeria are filled with millions of people who are very intellectual. Yes, Nigerians know everything going on behind the scene. So when a politician is trying to, bring out some policies, trying to think, I think this is the best way to brainwash a whole federation, he should have a rethink of it. You understand? We are dealing in a democratic system. You understand? And this is a constitution, filled with so many policies, so many institutions that is well backed. It's unfortunate that most of these institutions, like the judiciary, the appeal, they've been adjusted in one way or the other. So that is why it looks as if they are not functioning appropriately the way it's supposed to be.
So if this allegation is actually ignored, what do we say about power in Nigeria?
Well, it means, just as I said, it means that our power has been hijacked.
Okay.
You understand? So that is it. It has been hijacked. That's what I was driving to. It has totally been hijacked. So it is not left for this for not just the people. It is not left for the judiciaries to wake up. We need people who can really handle the judiciary matters in this country, because it looks as if the judiciary now belongs to one man. Is now in the hands of somebody that he can control it like a, you understand, like a toy, and control it wherever he wants to. So the judiciary need to be taken charge by a prominent person that will oversee the whole affair.
So if this allegation is actually true, what steps should Nigerians take?
Well, I will advise Nigeria to go into a violent dispute against anyone, against the Senate. No, violence is not the answer. We've been protesting for long, yet things are becoming worse. I believe you know about that. So right now, what Nigeria should do is to stand still and make sure that we all have a total cooperation as a country and go for the right person. Because most time we blame the government. If you look at it, Nigeria are most of the time the cause of the problem. There are still some Nigerians, despite the ugly situations in the country, we are still going for that individual. We know that his administration is not bringing good benefits. It is not bringing peace to this country. You understand? That is why I say Nigeria are also the cause of their problem. You understand? Okay. So if Nigerians can overlook bribery, if you can overlook what our stomach needs currently, think about the future, and Nigeria can collaboratively, join force, not with violence, join force to removing a coalition that has not really served the country right. I think that is the only way.
Okay, thank you so much, Kings. Moving away from that particular story to Wike's PDP faction. Now, his secretary, Samuel Anyanwu, has come out to say that they are taking over the national secretary on Monday after they had a meeting with INEC. So, by claiming they will take over the national secretariat, on Monday, is this faction asserting power, or are they enforcing internal party rules? And is INEC in support of this?
Of course, INEC is in support of this, because I don't see why INEC will recognize an individual who is participating in an anti-party system for a long time, refusing to recognize a party who are a subgroup who are stand firm. I'm talking about the Turaki group and recently they recognized the Wike faction to be the prominent PDP faction. Yes. And for that, when an institution who is mandated to rule an election and also bring a result of an election backs a particular group, what do you expect? It gives morale to that function, to that faction. That is why they will come out in this form to say, look, we want to take over the PDP secretariat. We could recall it was sealed because of the dispute that happened last year, where it was seized, I think, on the 19th of November last year.
No, it was between 15 and 16 of November, where their convention was actually cancelled.
Yes, thank you very much. And now this Wike's faction are saying they want to take over the secretary. Now, look at it very well. We all see, just like I usually said, I said, look, our judiciary system, court of appeal, they've all failed in one way or the other. Because if not, we would have aligned this thing according to the way it's supposed to be. PDP is a political platform. Right from time, no political platform has ever, collaborated with another one, to try to mandate this particular party. It's just like you are collaborating, giving a mandate to this Wike faction. It's just that you are making the PDP collaborate with the so-called New Hope agenda to make sure that President Tinubu wins the election. That is what they are trying to do. Exactly. And what remark would that give to PDP? Let's be honest with ourselves.
And they said that the candidates, people who already fell, they won't be able to contest for the 2027 election. They now have room for them to contest.
Okay, now the question is that which candidate do they want to bring? Let's be honest with ourselves. Which candidate does the PDP under the Wike faction would bring to stand against President Tinubu? When the Wike himself has shown full loyalty to the president, that is going to make sure the president, we all know is going gambanting the whole of Rivers State and other region of Nigeria, that President Tinubu should be elected as president. Now, who under that faction now, who are they bringing out to contest against?
Maybe they may bring out their chairman.
Their chairman.
Yes.
And you think in that process, their chairman will stand against someone that they are having collaboration to win? Let's be frank with ourselves. Okay. So see, I think for the Turaki faction has also been going to court. Recently, they went to the Court of Appeal to make appeal to the court and also reclaiming the secretariat back, because indeed the secretariat is the only platform that really make their mandate really stand in order for them to do the necessary meetings and thereabout. You understand? Even the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has been showing effort in order to make sure that this coalition, does everything possible to stand against the great opposition. We are looking at 2027 election here. Currently, PDP has not bringing out any candidate. Recently, they were inviting the former vice president, that we're talking about, Goodluck Jonathan. Yeah. You understand? Though that one has not formally come out to say, look, okay, I am interested, but they've been giving him invitation. You understand? But even Seyi Makinde himself has also had interest in contesting for presidency. But with all this crisis going to court for appeal and thereabout, how does it work? I think this is a constant frustration in order for the Turaki faction not to come out mandatory to contest this coming presidential election, because they know indeed PDP is a great opposition. That is just the truth. PDP has also been one of the remarkable platform in Nigeria political system, right from the Fourth Republic, even right from when civilian took over power. You understand? So starting from Obasanjo and thereabout. So we see PDP, in a sham that needs to be broken. Yeah. And if it is not broken, it will be too late. You understand? Okay. It looks as if PDP will not be a platform that once ruled, but it has been, understand. So to me, I think with more effort of the Turaki faction, the Turaki faction who is trying to make PDP stand in how it's supposed to be. You understand? If with the Turaki faction, PDP regains its stand again, I think PDP will bounce back to its normal
So does this move signal democracy is breaking down in Nigeria?
Indeed, you see, let's be honest, democracy has been broken for a very long time. Okay. You understand? All it needs to be done, our democracy system needs repair. That is all. And how it can be repaired? If this 2027 election will bring a mandatory president for Nigeria who knows the ups and downs of this country and is ready to fix it, then democracy will come back. So
their supporters say the move is about rightful leadership, while critics are saying it is a power grab. So whose interest are we looking at?
Of course, it's a power grab. It's a power grab. This is a jack of power, which needs to be proclaimed with immediate effect.
All right. So thank you so much, King Zojalo. It's been a pleasure having you on our show. And to you, our amazing viewers, many thanks for watching. We've come to the end of the show. I remain your host, Kasitoni. Bye for now.